I recorded that whole video without even realizing that my sound was not it. Let me get my handy dandy iPad. Love Island, Season 7, Episode 3. Let's go. Yo, let me tell you something. Ace was doing a few things that I didn't like, but this episode, he 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 was clocking. There was stuff he was peeping. We'll get into it. Anyway, so first we start off, right? Uh Nick is huddling up with the boys and talking about his choice to go with Sierra and ditch Bella. You ain't gotta explain yourself to us, King. You're good. She wasn't giving you much. So protect your peace, all right? Taylor then is talking about how he kind of feels like Alandria was being a little bit hypocritical because like she kissed Ace, then was kind of like her reaction to him getting up to, I guess, being interested in Sierra, which I get it. I understand. Well, yeah, like you've only been there 1 2 days, so it's not that serious. And then here's the first part where Ace was clocking, all right? Ace was like, Huda's comments were a bit much considering that they just got there, and I agree, and we all were saying the same thing. So I same thing. It was just like you just got there, so it was just like to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like if somebody has said it, like they were like she acted like they just came back from Casa. Relax. Like she gotta take it down like 5 notches. Like she is doing a lot too fast, and it's like I like her, but it's like I do not want to get to a point where it's like I don't like her, and then I got to deal with her for more weeks. So tone it down. Bella and Alandria, right? Yeah, it was Bella and Alandria. They see Huda talking to Shelly and she crying, and Alandria's kind of like, "What's going on?" Like she's like, "Is that about me?" She's like, "I know the first tears ain't about me, right?" And I just feel like this whole thing was a nothing burger. Like, and Huda was being way too sensitive. Like, it wasn't anything. Like, all you had to do was just sit there and relax and shut up. Like, and she just told you to comment that, like, it was nothing. It was. Next, we have Aiden, Skip. British guy, Skip. Ciara and Nick, they're chatting. And I like them two together. I still think that she is like kind of a pick me, but I do like her with Nick. They have chemistry. The conversation is flowing. They're cheesing and smiling around each other. It seems like it's going good. Alandria pulls Huda over to the side to talk and clear the air, and I just feel like there was nothing to apologize for, or even because it was just again, this is a nothing situation. Whatever. And then while they're talking, Taylor comes over so he can talk to Alandria. Then he does confront her about her reaction, and about basically being a little hypocritical, and she gets defensive. And right now I'm not feeling the vibes between these two, even though I do like them together and I do think they're cute. um right now you can tell they are not connected. Who knows? Maybe they'll be the breakout couple that, whatever. Who knows? But he definitely confronted her and she definitely got defensive and about what he said. Even though I felt like he was, I don't know, I kind of agreed with what he was saying. Shelly and a dumpster are chatting. Skip. Shelly pretending to care is funny because it's like she really does look like she's interested. It was like, girl, you're not interested in chatting with this man. Like, Alandria and Bella are now talking, and she asks Bella if she spoke to Nick, and she's like, I didn't speak to that man. So clearly, she's still like not feeling Nick and his decision. Shelly and Ace go for a chat, and okay, I know we're not supposed to want them together because he is kind of being a hoe for show and doing. and just spreading himself very thin. Oh, shoot. And spreading himself very thin, but they're cute. Mans is blushing in his confessional. He's all like, oh, she's special. Like, and I'm like, okay, well, like, explore that instead of just, you know, hopping on. He's 22. I don't even know. He's 22. But he did do something funny where he was asked, he was like, oh, can you smell, or can you smell this? And then he kisses her. I thought that was kind of all right. We Huda and Jeremiah again not getting any sleep. Like I see blanket. Next, Alandria and Shelly are chatting, and they're talking about the boys and like how they all got up and whatnot. And Ace, but here we go in the morning. Ace brings Bella, Shelly, and Alandria breakfast. And then Taylor comes brings Alandria breakfast, and now she has two plates. um, Now Huda and Jeremiah they're chatting, and she keeps dropping these hints about being a mom. Like she keeps dropping these little subtle hints, and I'm like, just tell the man, just tell him. Because now it has officially crossed the line of you should have been told him. Sierra and Nick, they're hanging out, and he's feeding her, and she's all like, "Oh, I really, I'm not even usually into pancakes, but these are really good. I'm more of a." She's like, "Oh, I'm more of a waffle girl." I'm like, is she gonna go with the win? Whatever. But she cool, cool. I was like, I don't dislike her. It's just that she just is I don't know. Bella and Huda, they chilling, and she's kind of like sad about feeling rejected. Not, she says it's not really about Nick, but it's more just like she wants to feel like she's enough. I guess being Christian and all that, and I'm just like, Nick and Huda, they are, they're talking, and he's like pondering on, talking about her, and Huda's like, yeah, yeah, just talk to her, whatever, clear the air. Whatever. Charlie and Bella, they're chatting, they're flirting rather, because he's laying it on thick. Um, and he's saying Nick is stupid because how you because she's a 10. So he's tripping. Nick is tripping, all right? According to Charlie. Taylor and Alandria are talking now, and she apologizes to him, which I thought was so nice of her. She apologizes for like how defensive she got during their last conversation. That's what I'm saying. Like I kind of hope they find their way back because I like them two together, and she wants her little. I don't know. I hope so. She says, right? She says, sorry, I keep doing that. She says she's gonna move with there. He asks, he's like, well, what does that mean? you know? He's smart. I like him. Um, they talk about love languages, and she says that hers is gift giving. She likes to receive and give gifts. And he's just like, oh word. He was like, oh word. He whatever. So basically, they make up. Ace and Nick are working out, right? And he asked Nick if he spoke to Bella yet, and then she pops up, so now he sees his moment, right? He says he likes her, um like there was like not enough going on between them, which is why he picks Sierra, and he would still may possibly like to pursue things with her. She's like, I don't know about all that because you could have just said that you were more into her in the first place, and instead of just saying no, everything's good with us, like, and then I get it, I guess. And then you see Sierra peeping. She's like, "Oh, what are they talking about? Whatever." Ace and Shelly are talking again, and he's all like, "Oh, are you extroverted?" And she's like, yeah, kind of." And he's like, "Well, I'm surprisingly, I'm an introvert." And I'm just like, "Okay, whatever you say." Blushing in the confessional. Alandria and Bella talk. Sierra comes over, and like her vibe is like weird. I can't explain it. Like she's not mean. She's not. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Ace and Taylor are talking, and he's talking about like how he really digs Shelly, which is, oh, Ace talking to Jeremiah, right? Listen, when he said to Jeremiah, he goes, "Well, like, how locked in are you?" Right? He was like, "What if something foreign walks in?" And Jeremiah's like, "Well, I don't know." The foreshadowing is crazy because we've been saying like he's bound to jump ship, and now he just found out about the. Let me. We gonna get there. So Shelly and Huda are talking, and she's telling her like that she's still apprehensive about telling homeboy about the daughter, and I'm like, just tell him already, just tell him, just tell. Now it's like you should have been told him. Ace gets a text, and they're trying to figure out what it means, but it's the state your case challenge, right? Whew, child, this one was. So, the first, I'm not gonna do all of them, but like I just feel like there was a lot of lying, and not just with Charlie. Like, you're not about to convince me that Aiden, the dumpster, whatever. They said, who do you think has cheated the most, right? And Aiden with 6. I, I don't know, maybe. All right, whatever. Then they had a question like, who do you think has had sex with the most amount of people in one day, right? Um, Again, Aiden's supposed to have the most. Y'all are sleeping with this man? Most people they said or that most people they said they loved or something like that, and Jeremiah had 10 and Nick had 50. And then when he said I'm trying to make it 51, I was weak. But Jeremiah, right, the 10, when I tell you Ace clocked that, okay, and mind you, I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. Um, yo, Sierra was like, yo, one thing this game has told me this. He was like, these men be lying, and I was like, clock it, okay. Then they got to Aiden having or sending thousands of news. Now that I could believe because he's so weird, but still, it's like vomit. Like who wants to see his meat? Y'all gotta speak up. Who is guilty? Show yourselves now. Then we got to the body counts. And Charlie with 108, right? And then which were like I'm gonna just say the two highest. And then Aiden with 104. I guess. I speak up. Who's sleeping with these men? Who is it? I need to know because ugh. But anyway, the boys win state your case. Boo. So now the girls are chatting. They talk about the boys lying. They're talking about they think like Charlie was lying a lot or whatever. But if you ask me, it was Aiden too. Aiden was doing a lot of lying. All right. Now Hood is talking about how she sees red flags with Jeremiah. Jeremiah talking to Ace. Ace was being so messy, but still okay. He was like, "Oh, he was like, so what do you think about that 2 in 1 day?" The Jeremiah's like, "Oh, well, I had 2 in 1 day too, so like, and he was just like, well, you, Yo, Ace is funny, boy. So now Huda and Jeremiah, they're clearing the air, right? About the game and whatnot. I'm ready for it to crash and burn, to be honest, because this whole fake stuff is like, I'm bored now. Then here's where Ace again was another time where he was clocking. Ace was talking to Taylor, right, about Jeremiah saying that he loves a lot of people. And he was like, well, you don't think that's love bombing? What have we all been saying? What have we all been saying? We all been clocking it. And you see Ace, he was just like, I don't know, it gives love bombing. Huda, and the episode ends with Huda finally telling Jeremiah that she got a kid, and his reaction, it didn't give me hope. I'll just say that. Anyway, that was episode 3 of season 7 of Love Island USA. Please, yo, like, comment, subscribe, all that. I talk back. Follow me on social media. Well, I'm mostly on TikTok and Instagram, and that's really it. Lord Wandy. And yeah, so good night.